I don't know how you really prepare for altitude other than just being at altitude. And the benefit is try and be here as long as you can before the race day and let it rip.
So I've been in town for 4 weeks, and I'll tell you the first 4 days it was a check engine light on. Man, I was just breathing like I had one lung. And I knew it would be bad, but didn't think it would be that bad. I got in on Sunday, and by the time Thursday's training ride was over, I felt pretty good and I wasn't taking a second breath. I thought just by trying to get up here and acclimate myself to the altitude, I should get over that hump.
How people react to altitude, I mean, mountaineers, some people do really well and they can't figure out why, and then some people really get their ass kicked at altitude. And you know, you can hydrate and do all the things that are on the internet you can read about to stack the odds in your favor, but bottom line, some people just don't react well to altitude and some people do.
I've done everything from last minute up from sea level in Santa Monica, California to Colorado over, you know, an 18-hour drive and bam, just hit it. And I have had the luxury, 3 or 4 of my attempts, I have had the luxury of being at altitude for, you know, anywhere from 2.5 weeks to maybe as much as a month or month and a half.
I'm fortunate enough to be able to come out a couple weeks early before the race, and that helps me just get adjusted to altitude. And you know, the first couple nights are really tough sleeping and just trying to catch your breath and walk upstairs. And usually after the first couple weeks of being here, I'm totally set, totally, you know, good to go. I actually live in Los Angeles, so that's pretty much sea level. So coming up really from sea level to coming up from sea level to 10,000 feet plus is like, you know, big shell shock, you know. So you pretty much just have to just go for it. And sometimes, you know, you can go up even higher. Sometimes we go up to 12,000 feet and hang out, you know, and just ride around there and come back down.
If you have the luxury of coming early, spending time at altitude, doing some summer training camps at altitude, that obviously that helps your body and the physiology, and it, you know, it just makes it your race day easier. But you know, people have families and jobs and lives, and you know, people always ask me like, oh, well, I can't go 2 weeks early, and I'm like, well, just should I not do the race? It's like, no, you should go have the experience, but just know that, you know, you're gonna be 80% instead of 100%, but that's okay. It's still a really cool experience, and 95% of the people are in the same boat. Not too many people can come here super early to acclimatize, or if you have the luxury of living in Colorado, but you know, you wouldn't want to miss the experience, and you might surprise yourself.
You know, there's no question being able to spend some time at altitude is a big benefit, but if you can't, which a lot of people just can't figure it out with their careers and all the different things that they're dealing with in their real lives, then all I say is just get as fit as possible. And on that race day, there's probably 20 different things that are going to be making you tired and exhausted and hurting. And it's going to be the weather and the 6:30 a.m. start, and it's going to be nutrition and the monster climbs, and most people last minute travel and stress. So I try to think of altitude as just like one thing on a list of many that's going to make you tired. Don't worry too much about it. Get really fit and go.